Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting episode of We Read Native Japanese Articles. Today, I'm joined by...
Emma です。よろしく。
Today, Emma's picked a super interesting article. We're going to be reading about the ongoings of Wallstreetbets and Reddit and GameStop, and it's all over YouTube and it's on everybody's minds, and let's incorporate some Japanese into it. So I think the reading order for today, Emma, why don't you kick us off and I'll follow through.
Bloomberg article, and just for everyone's visibility, I have been a Wallstreetbets subscriber for some time now, way before this whole incident. So this was like shocking for me, like how this, well, not super shocking, but I was following this. It was quite fun that it like blew up the way it did. Anyway, let me read the title of the article. レディット投資家に和解教訓。時価総額18兆円が数日で吹き飛ぶ。Now, I hope I got this right. I'll just double check. But so Reddit investors, 和解教訓 is like they've learned maybe a bitter lesson, or they were taught a bitter lesson.
So Nigai?
Lesson.
Nigai Kyokun.
Nigai. Gomen. Nigai. Gomen. I said wakai, didn't I?
Young lesson.
Yeah, young lesson. Seriously, me. Nigai lesson. I think Jika Sogaku is market capitalization. And that's I'm so bad at these. I always get these wrong. So it's 18 trillion. 18 trillion yen.
Correct.
In the last few days. So sujitsu de fukitobu. So that's like to disappear.
Wow.
18 million yen. The 18 trillion yen of market cap has vanished in the last few days. Is that right?
Well done.
A bitter lesson there.
Yeah.
Not a young lesson, guys. A bitter lesson.
No, well done. And I think there's some very interesting use of kanji in this one. The kanji for a lesson, it's got the kanji for kyo for teaching and kun for instruction, like kunyomi. So this teachings, this moral is very interesting. Then even the last word, this fukitobu, so fuki to blow, and then tobu to fly away. So to almost blow something, it make it vanish into the wind.
I'll you this one. Is that Toshiki I see?
Yes. Hello. I'm sorry for the late.
No worries. How are you?
Good. I just finished the Japanese classes.
Oh, nice. Tsukaresama desu.
ありがとう。
Have you seen the article we're reading today?
No.
Let me
Watch
send.
now.
I'm gonna send it to you. It's a Bloomberg article about Reddit.
Bloomberg.
I sent it in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, yes.
Toshiki, did you hear about it? About Reddit and GameStop and the Reddit group called Wallstreetbets?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it because we're reading about it today, so this will be a good article to read.
投資家。How did you find it?
Emma is a member of Wallstreetbets, so Emma was involved in making it happen.
I wanted to buy some shares, but unfortunately, I couldn't get a trading platform in South Africa that let me buy shares. So it's very sad.
Maybe Emma will start a local one. JLC
Yes.
JLC
Really?
Bets. Maybe.
We like the stocks.
Really? Don't you feel scared to lose the money?
I think it's just because it was so historical, you know, it was like a historical moment where, you know, these normal people were taking on the hedge funds in Wall Street. So I thought that was quite cool.
I also think the people who bought the stock weren't in danger. The hedge fund was in danger because they were selling. But the people buying, if you buy a stock at maybe $2, it's okay because many other people also bought at $2. So when you've got that many people, you share the risk.
I see.
So much. Like I think it was like $6 or something when it like last year or something like that. And it's
Yeah.
yeah, and now it's still like $80. It's still
Still very
hugely inflated. So
Mm,
and it went all the way up to it almost hit 500 here. It was
I
like
think so.
490 something, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, insane. Java, yomimasho.
Okay, so Emma has just read. Maybe I can go next. Okay, so Emma read the title, and I'll read the first paragraph. Okay.
Do you want to read these two? There's like
links?
quotes something. There's like gyambaru datta.
Okay, why not? Let's read a lot of Nihongo today. Okay, so gyambaru datta. They were gambling. Oh, the other translation for it is the cry of a goose. Gyan gyan. Okay, very interesting. Okay, then next they're saying Toshi Shiken. So Toshi Shiken, the investment capital, no hanbun o ushinao ushita no ushinatta ushinatta 18歳の、個人投資家 Okay, so
Is it Tich? I think it's also 18.
Oh, ごめんね。18歳の個人投資家 Okay, so they're saying they were gambling. This Toshi Shiken, this investment capital, half the investment capital was ushinaud, was lost. Then the 18 the investor was about 18. Each individual investor was about one individual investor was 18 who lost half his capital.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. The next one, they are saying Robin Hood, が、取引、制限、対象とした銘柄は数日で重症分の60% 失う。Oh wow. So they're saying this Robin Hood's restraint, target of restraint, Megawa, Megara, Megara. So this brands raised the brand up 60%.
It's the stock. So it's the name of the stock, right? So it's like the Robin Hood. Robin Hood had a restraint of trade on the GameStop shares, and in several days the increase was then reduced by 60%, I think.
Okay. Costa Rica no guanacasete. Guanacasete? So, Costa Rica no Guanacasete Shu. Okay, so it's an island in Costa Rica. Shushi no Gakusei Ferimpu. Feripi. Filipi Zaru-san. Filipi Zaru-san. So he's 18歳は、ゲームストップの、株が、1月2625%ものことを演じたのを目の当たりにし。So, okay, so the first sentence is quite interesting. This Costa Rican guy, this guy was born in Costa Rica. Filipi Zaru-san, who is 18, bought this Kabu, this stock of GameStop, in January, and it went up 1,625% suddenly before his eyes. Okay, continuing. 自身もその熱狂の薄に目を閉じた。So he also threw himself himself also went wild with enthusiasm as this one's a tricky one. So oneself also, so no nekyo no uzu ni mi o dojita. Okay, I'll just continue, maybe it'll make sense. So Rekishi
Maybe
no,
I think it means like he threw himself into the whirlpool with wild enthusiasm, with like almost crazily. So the whirlpool of the shares, like the shares that are like growing strongly, and yeah.
Bloomberg and strange writing. Okay, I'll just finish it off. So Rekishi no ibu ni naritakatta karada. So they're saying the history of this part of this action is becoming history.
I think it's like he wanted to become a part of history because he did it because he wanted to be a part of history, a small part of history.
Oh.
And Ichibu, Rekishi no Ichibu ni narita karada.
Oh, what a guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think some of word is a little bit different pronunciation. I found kabuka
kabuka
and kabukaが1月に and also 自身もその熱狂のsorry before that it's not 目の当たり it's we say 目の当たりにし
確かに目の当たりにし目の当たりにし
目の当たり
Why do they say nishi? They say 目の当たりにし
目の当たりにし
Oh, also
もうその熱狂の渦に
Oh, okay. That's a difficult one. Toshiki, you're up next. You can read the next part.
Yes, and also 自身もその熱狂の渦に身を投じた
身を投じた。
Okay.
お、ありがと
はい。Okay.
う。So I think Toshiki, you can read the next part from GameStop.
Okay. ゲームストップ株が232ドル前後で取引されていた1日。ザールさんは父親の投資口座を使って928ドル相当の同社株を購入。しかし、翌日には売りに動き、投資した資金の半分を失ったという。It's a very difficult sentence.
確かによ。
確かに。
Okay.
はい。
So,
翻訳どうぞ。
one day, GameStop stock trading about $232. Mr. Zhao bought that stock like of $928 from his father's bank. Then next day, 売りに動き、the meaning, I think everyone sell that stock. So then he lost half of money of investing.
I wonder how much money he put. 面白い。
So is it so previously like he'd bought the $230 of stock in a day, but then after that he then used his father's money to buy an additional 928, and then the next day everyone had sold it, so then it ended up being worth like less than 500 or something. Okay, すごい。残念。
Yeah.
エマ、どうぞ。
はい。社会事件であり、賢明な投資でなかったのは間違いないとザルさんは語り、ギャンバルだったと振り返った。So I think it's saying 社会事件 is like a societal test or like experiment. So it was like a societal experiment. And 賢明な投資でなかったのは間違いない。So that's like it was definitely not a wise investment. とザルさんは語り he said ギャンバルだったと振り返った。So it was a gamble, he reflected. He thought about it and realized he was gambling. It wasn't a wise investment decision. そういう意
Nice.
味。
Okay.
I think so, yes.
So should I read this link quickly and then
お願い。
Tich, you can grab the next long, huge paragraph. レディとトレードを避けるゲームストップや AMC 因が急落。Is it 砕ける？ごめん。Sorry, it's 砕ける。
砕ける。
すいません。レディとトレードを砕けるゲームストップや AMC 因が急落。So it's the Reddit traders, so the GameStop, AMC, and Silver, suddenly that was traded by or broken by the Reddit traders, has suddenly collapsed. Like the prices of those stocks have just fallen. I think that's the meaning.
Nice. Yeah. And that corresponds to the news that AMC and silver, the precious metal, is also having A sudden fall. Kyuraku. Oh wow. Okay. Here I go. So Zaru-san wa online. Online Keijiban. Oh, online bulletin board. Reddito. うちの、書き込みに、あおられ So, this online bulletin board, Reddit, and within it, the entry from Azo, aorare, something blue. Okay. The next one, shinitai. So this shinitai is a hopeless situation. Okay. Shinitai, jotai, data, kabushiki ni shiken o taojita. Oze no kojin toshika no uchi no hitori da. Okay. So in this sentence, they're saying that this shinitai, it was a hopeless situation, and the company's shikin capital had been thrown away. No, it was a hopeless situation to invest in this company, but this this crowd of individual investors, hitorida. So maybe it was unlikely that this one person lost with among all these people. Oze no kojin tojika no uchi no hitorida.
First thing is like, so I think he was just one of many investors individual investors that threw themselves into this stock in huge numbers, And I think it's saying like it was a hopeless situation, but it was like fanned by like this aorare. I think it's like to be fanned, like fanning the flames. Like meaning like it was made worse, like the situation by the Reddits, the subreddits, the online threads.
確かに. Okay, I'll just finish it off. So
I don't know, Toshiki, do you think that makes sense? Does that sound right? Or?
I think so. The aorare is like, because of everyone say like oh, this stock is nice, so we should buy or blah blah blah. Then that will bought the stock made from someone. What's called this? People
on Reddit.
How to say in English?
Blue? Azure?
The fan. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the fan. You know that. Startup. Agitate.
Oh, agitate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll keep reading. It'll make sense. So, しばらくの間、いわゆる、レディとトジカのトシカ、レディとトシカの、動きは、走行していた。Alright, so they're saying, for a short while, for some time, what is called a Reddit investor moved to success. So maybe for a short time they achieved what they wanted to do. Okay, next, 彼らの熱狂 So he uses this wild enthusiasm again. 熱狂は、ロビンフードマーケッツなどの取引プラットフォームが一部銘柄の取引制限を余儀なくされたほど株価を一気に持ち上げボラティリティを高めた。Oh wow, that was tough. So just to translate, they're saying that their wild enthusiasm on Robinhood, on the Robinhood markets was their wild enthusiasm for transactions on the Robinhood markets trading platform was one part. So for a part of this company, this Meigara, which was GameStop, and they had to do torihiki seigen, so they had to restrict trade. And then this yoginaku sareru, to be forced or to experience something. So they were forced to do this thing with this stock, this kabuka, ikini moshiage, which boosted up this stock, and the volatility was increased. So they had to be restrained. They had to be restrained because they were trading too much with too much enthusiasm. This nekyo.
I think, yeah, the volatility of the stock was
just too high. But why were they forced? So the volatility was increased, but they had to be restrained.
What they did, and I mean, basically what happened was they forced the people on the Robinhood platform to stop. They were only allowed to buy one share of GameStop, even though they wanted to buy two or more. They were only allowed to buy one per person. And so that was to prevent the stock from climbing too high and the volatility from becoming too much.
Where does it say prevent though?
I think I think it was no. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think the boratireti or takameta is like it was the volatility was raised because, but also yeah. So they restricted the I don't know, like they restricted the share trading, isn't it? Ichibu Megara. So that means only one stock. No torihiki seigen. They were forced to do that. To the extent because the share price was going up too fast and the volatility was increasing, I think. That's my sense.
This is very difficult sentence.
But interesting. Lots of learning. Sa, Toshiki, you're up next.
ブルームバーグのデータによると、ロビンフットが取引制限の対象とした50銘柄は2020年末時点から個人投資家の投機的取引がピークだった時点までに時価総額が計2760億ドル、約29兆円増えていた。しかし、今度はわずか数日で1670億ドル、約18兆円が吹き飛び、その痛みが和らぐ気配は見えていない。
Ouch. 翻訳お願いします。
Regarding of Bloomberg data, the 50 brands by what's called this brands of Robinhood decided restrict trading is increased. How much is this? 2000億ドル。
Oh wow, that's a lot. 2 trillion, maybe 27 trillion? No, you know what? It's 2 billion. 2 billion. I know because I read this article on English news. It was about 2 billion.
2 billion increase. 投機的取引、I don't know 投機的取引。個人的だと。
Is it
But,
like
yes.
speculative trades, maybe? Like in English, we say like it's when people are trying to make money off the stock, so they speculate that it's going to increase and then they buy it.
投機的。投機的。投機的。投機的。
Okay. Okay, but it's also decreased 1 billion, 1.6 billion a few days. So, 痛みが和らぐ気配は見えていない。They can't see Japanese this Japanese is difficult. 痛みが和らぐ気配。Japanese expression is sometimes it's very strange.
Like itami is like to be hurt, right? To have a wound. And is yawaragu to like to make it feel better, to soothe it, to calm it. So is it saying like they can't see when the pain of the loss is going to stop, or like there's no indication that the pain is going to stop soon?
Yes.
難しい。文章。But this is crazy, hey? This loss. Should I do these maybe last two or the sentence? But I have to stop at 9, guys. I have another call.
Tashkani, should we maybe stop there and we'll continue next time?
Sentence.
Okay.
最後の文章で。はい。Okay. 2日の米株式市場ではゲームストップ株は 60% 安60% 安の90ドルで取引を終了。AMC エンターテインメント ホールディングスは41%から下落 Is it 下落?
Yeah, well done.
下落。
下落した。Okay, so it's okay. Maybe I'll read it quickly, properly with all the correct pronunciation. So, 2日の米株式市場では、ゲームストップ株は60%安の$90で取引を終了。AMC エンターテインメントホールディングスは41%下落した。Okay. So, in 2 days, or is it from the 2nd? Oh, it's the 2nd, isn't it? It's the 2nd of February, I guess. The American stock market, GameStop was 60% cheaper. It was trading at $90, which is 60% cheaper than previously, 60% down. And then AMC Entertainment, which is AMC Entertainment Holdings, which is that cinema group, right? They were 41% down. So both of those stocks were down on the 2nd, which was yesterday.
Okay, there's one sentence, or maybe I can quickly squeeze that in. GameStop 株急落で、時価総額2.8兆円減レディと銘柄取得. Okay, so they're saying with this one that the GameStop market capitalization lost 2.8 trillion yen from these brands. So the stock description. Okay, maybe we'll end it there and we'll read part 2 soon. さあ皆さんお疲れ様です。